everyone, today we're going to chuck in Black Hawk diff breather kit into the Ranger Raptor. This is the part number I used. Chose this unit because it's got a nice machine billet aluminium manifold with filters. It'll look nice and stealth in the engine bay. Alright, let's hook in. Alright, this is the box. Alright, here's the rear diff breather, just a regular rubber line, follows the fuel filler up. I'll pull the wheel off and pop open the inner guard so we can see where it finishes. I'm not sure if you can see, but the gearbox and transfer case lines run parallel with the box and go up between the bell housing and the firewall. I'll show you them in the engine bay so they're easier to see. And that's the front diff. Hopefully you can see, but these two lines here are your gearbox and your transfer case. And your front diff travels along here and finishes just in front of that grommet there. I've stayed at this engine bay for a while. I think the best place to mount this is up here, just like that, with the filters facing backwards. I think that's the perfect spot for it. Can make a 90-degree bracket there, so I don't even have to drill any holes. It can just get fixed in that top hole. So this is almost prepped up, ready to go in. Just gotta chuck these bungs in the end. Use your favorite sealant. I just happen to have this, but medium strength Loctite will do. Try not to make a mess like me. I got a camera in my face, so it's a little bit awkward, but it's the finished product. 2 diffs, transfer case, gearbox, all get plumbed into here. Nice filters, ends are bunged up, bolt goes through the middle. Need a firewall somewhere, we'll find a good spot. Alright, I just whipped up a quick little bracket out of some aluminium angle, put some 6mm holes in it. Grab your stainless fixings container, grab a couple of nuts and bolts. I'm going to mount it in the engine bay like that. This bracket will go like that. Done. That's us. I might paint the bracket black just to make it colour fast. Just in comparison to the nice billet manifold we got, this is how we used to run them. This is just a bit of a cheaper DIY kit. Alright, here's the bracket done. I just rattle canned it black just to make it look neat. The hole in the engine bay is slightly larger, so I got a mudguard washer. Go through like that, bang, washer, nylock down the bottom. Done. Let's see if it fits. There we go, all mounted up. turned out really good. That's a perfect spot for it. All the filters are facing backwards, so it'll never get sprayed with a pressure washer. Now time to plumb it all up. So I followed the stock rear diff breather. The line goes up here with the fuel filler. There's two little clips here popped off. Looks like some metal pop rivets that I don't want to remove or drill out. So there are the lines going up. You can't see it, but I stuck my hand up there, and around here there's just a little loop, same as the front diff, gearbox and transfer case. So I'm just going to pull that back and see if I can attach to it easily. I'm just going to do a test fit with the supplied hose, see if it fits nice in the existing rubber line. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to push heaps of it in, might even hose clamp it. I just wanted to see where the other end of this went, just to make sure that if I left it open, it wouldn't contaminate anything. So the reason I'm hooking it up to this line is because none of the fittings will fit on the diff housing. It looks like it's pressed in or whatnot. It's definitely not threaded like older Ranger models. I might pull this tubing in from the front, show you how I route it, and then that's this section almost done. Alright, the way I'm going to route the rear line is straight down there towards the right hand side of the chassis rail, away from the turbo and the downpipe. It's going to squeeze through here to the outside of the chassis rail to get away from the heat, and it's easier to fix and support the whole way through. The fuel tank gets in the way towards the back anyway, and it'll meet close to the factory line. When you're pulling it through, tape the end up so you don't contaminate a brand new line. And when you're going to pull stuff through tight places, bit of stainless filler wire for your TIG makes the best hook. So the rear diff line has been roughed in, zip tied and connected at the end. Came through here nice and tight, completely away from the turbo and the downpipe. Just fixed it along here. All the way along here, just on top of the chassis rail. And then it jumps across. And it's fixed along here, and I pushed it in about 60 mil and just put a clamp on there just to be safe. But doesn't really need it, but turned out pretty good. Alright, so the front diff line clips off the firewall quite easily, and luckily that one of these couplings go over it reasonably good. This diameter is slightly less than the gearbox and transfer case pipes, but I managed to push them on as well. They're super tight, probably a bit janky and a little bit wrong, but I'm just going with it. One clicked on alright, one was super stubborn, so I pulled the lines to the ground and it had a bit of a dodgy cut from the factory, so I did a clean cut on it, and then I managed to push one of these on. So now I'm just going to tube it all up and we're done. Alright, that's what it looks like when it's all connected and done. Looks nice and stealth and discreet. Heaps of zip ties. Everything turned out pretty good. If you need a little bit better access, you need a manifold, you can pull up your fuse box lid. It makes you a little bit easier to get in there. Overall, it turned out pretty good. The standard heights for all these breathers are pretty high, but it's nice to have them even higher all in one spot and with a filter on it. So, turned out quite good. Will I do anything different? No, not really. Just a little tip, if you're going to cut the lines, use a proper tube cutter or something that has a bit of an arch. Side cutters just squish it and make it not seal properly in the fittings. Even the rear looks completely factory. Black line up the top there. Just follows the fuel filler neck. Thanks for watching. I'll give you a quick sneak peek on what the next video is going to be on. Check out these Baja Design LEDs.